The very best magic trick I ever saw was this kid at camp. I was teaching magic at a camp. Somebody says, hey, show him the thumb trick. And so the guy goes, okay. So he starts sucking on his thumb, like, for like 20 seconds. I'm like, what is this? And he pops out his thumb, and it's a human toe on the end of his thumb. And then he starts sucking on the other thumb. And he pops that out, and that's also like a human toe. I'm like, what is happening? Turns out he just had 2 weird thumbs. Best trick ever. If you have weird thumbs.
Hey, wait a minute. Haven't I seen this before? That's most of you guys, as I've been posting these for the last 46 days. Yes, I'm cleaning up old episodes of Modern Rogue. I'm taking out the ads. I'm posting them without clickbaity-ish titles, and I'm remastering them in 4K. To be honest, all of this is so that I could get my sea legs underneath me. I'm learning the entire production pipeline of everything, and you'll notice if you were hanging out on the live stream, we're building a new studio so that I can crank up the content like crazy, crazy, crazy. But that means I gotta get good at all this stuff, and we might as well have a perfect edition of all the best episodes, including this one. Poison Card Poker is a classic of Magic. You guys are gonna love this one, but more importantly, I wanna know what you want more of. What is your favorite content on this channel? You guys make a shopping list, and I will produce it for you every single day from now till eternity. How's that sound? Pretty good? Yep.
Holy moly, Murphy. It has been a hot minute since I've just straight up taught you a magic trick, hasn't it?
It's been a long time.
Okay, so here, this one's an oldie but a goodie. It only needs 10 cards. You know the rules of draw poker, right?
I'm going to intuit that you hold 5 cards and you draw and put.
And we play poker, right?
Yeah. Yes. Truth time, I suck at cards. Real bad.
But you do know which hands are more valuable than other hands.
I do.
Okay, good.
I do.
Great. So that's all we're gonna do, right? Because I'm a magician, it's probably not gonna be a surprise that part 1 of this trick involves me winning a game of draw poker. So let's both grab our cards. What do you got?
3 jacks, an 8, and a king.
3 of a kind. It's pretty good. I, however, have a full house.
What?
All right, now that part is not surprising because, of course, Brian Brushwood is a magician. He did some Brian Brushwood voodoo or whatever. Now we're gonna make it more fair, right? We're gonna mix everything up. There we go. That's less fair.
We're gonna make it fair. No, sorry.
That's actually one of my favorite gambling tales, is that somebody sits down at an Old West saloon and says, I don't cotton to cheaters, pulls out a giant Bowie knife, slams it down on the table, and proceeds to use it as a mirror so that he can see the cards as he's doing it.
Brilliant.
Okay, this time we're gonna do it different. This time, I'm gonna show you a card. We'll do half and half. You can say, I want it, or you want me to have it. Either way, right? Okay, first card.
I want it.
Great. What about this one?
That's you.
Okay. What about this one?
That's me.
Okay. What about this one?
That's also me.
Okay. What about this one?
Do I only get 5?
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
Well, I was about to say, otherwise you're taking all the cards. Well, we're halfway through, so let's do the rest face down. So you got 4 right there.
Yep.
Do you want this one?
Yes, I do.
So you're done. All the rest go to me.
I don't like how this is turning out.
I mean, you had all the choices, didn't you?
I did!
You got to pick all of them.
Always make it feel like it's their choice.
What do you got?
I got 2 queens, an 8, a jack, a king.
Yep. I have 2 8s and 2 jacks and a queen.
Ah!
So again, maybe I'm up to some kind of psychological warfare.
These are the same 10 cards.
Well, yes, of course they are. So here, I'm gonna mix all these around. This time we're gonna do everything totally fair. We're just gonna individually pull one. You pick one, I pick one. I'll pick one, you pick one. Now I'll pick one, you pick one. Okay, I'll pick one. I'll pick one. Was all of that fair?
It was all very fair. It's all very fair.
So who can you blame if you don't win?
No one. Chance. Fate. Lady luck.
What do you got?
Damn you, lady luck. I have the same hand.
Oh, do you really?
I think. But I got 2 queens, a jack, a king, and an 8.
And I have 2 8s and 2 jacks. Now, how do you explain? Everything was super fair, right?
It was. It was totally fair.
Now, you've been around so many Scam School, Scam Nation, all of the magic shows and all that stuff. Do you legit have any guess as to how this is working?
Honestly, no. Especially after what you just did. I guess I'm not thinking outside of the box enough, but having these all like this, where we just randomly pick, I can't think of a more fair way to do it, and I don't see any holes in that. I know there are, but I don't see them.
There are 3 phases of this, and each one gets increasingly fair. The first one is, first of all, you want to pull out 10 exact cards. You want 3 cards that are the same, 3 cards that are the same, 3 cards that are the same, and 1 poison card. Whoever gets the poison card loses. So in this case, the King of Spades is the poison card.
Okay.
So you'll notice that when we begin, I just make sure I shuffle them around, I make sure that the king is on top, and I make sure that the very first card I deal, none of these matter, but you have the poison card because there are 3 of the rest of them, and this is the only one without a mate. So you have the poison card, me, you, me, you, me, you, me, you, me, there we go. And so now we look, and I legit don't know what the hand is, but I know I'm gonna win. And in this case, I have a full house, and I'm guessing you have 2 pair, right?
No, I have 3 queens,
Oh, great.
an 8, and poison.
Right, exactly. So you know you don't want the poison card. So now we get to the second phase. So in this case, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the poison card right on top. This one is risky. There's a chance you could screw it up right now, but you'll notice that in all the chaos, you probably weren't paying attention to the exact values of all the cards that you saw.
Not at all.
So as a result, I say, let's be totally fair, face up. You want this one? It is the highest value card in the entire pack. Now, it's not so obvious like an ace, that is something you would remember. There are 3 queens, 3 jacks, and 1 king. So you remember a bunch of face cards, but I'm like, do you want this one? And sure enough, you said yes. And now the rest does itself. I don't really care what you say at this point. Which one belongs to whom? There we go. And then now, because you have the poison card, but look at that, I got another full house.
Yeah, 3 queens, a jack, and a king.
And this is super good because, like, if you wanted to get into a gambling situation, your hand is always good enough that somebody would be like, yeah, I'll put 20 bucks down on that or what have you. Now we get to the part that made you very upset. The part that was fairest of all.
Oh, wow.
I could have you shuffle the cards.
Oh, you're not even.
Not even.
Yeah.
I'm not even controlling them. I'm just gonna set down 10 cards. And remember, at this point, you don't know what the rules are. So I say, we're gonna take turns. I'll take 1. What do you think? What is your magic brain saying right now?
I mean, the first time you showed me this, my magic brain was saying there is some sort, and this is not it, but that there is some sort of suggestion. I thought it was like the equivalent of you going, here, pick a card, any
Yeah, sure,
you know,
sure,
that
sure.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I know that it's not.
Well,
So
but now you know that how do I win?
by making sure I get the king.
That's right. So what is significant about the fact that I went first? Because you picked 1, now I'll pick 1. Now you pick 1.
Yeah, I mean,
Now I'll pick this one.
okay,
Now I'll pick this one.
okay.
Now I'll pick this one.
There it is.
How curious that the last card you picked up happened to be the king.
Right.
Any ideas?
Honestly, the only thing I can think of, and again, I don't think this was it. You had to have known that it was there on the bottom, and so
I will tell you, it was a legit shuffle, and I did not know the order.
okay. Well, then I don't have any. I don't have anything.
So remember, all of these cards are face down, which means that the slide. Oh, did you just see it?
I mean, no, I didn't. But you're telegraphing that one of them is marked.
That's correct. Can you find it?
I didn't expect you to do that. Wow. Okay.
There's
so,
only 1 card in the entire deck that you have to mark, and it's the poison card.
oh wow.
All you have
okay.
to do is take a red Sharpie and put a little
Oh my
dot,
goodness.
right?
Once I see it, I can't.
It's
unsee
obvious,
it.
right? Exactly.
It's really
okay,
obvious.
so you remember the 3 phases. The first one is, and it's not very difficult. You could prearrange all these cards right at the top and just count off 10. But now you know the rules. You have to perform it for me. You know what? Just give me your best Jason Murphy magic.
All right. Here. One for you.
Yep.
For me.
Yes.
For you. For me.
This is dealing.
Yeah. Yeah. This is dealing with facial wax stuck to my fingers.
So in my case, my best hand is 3 jacks. I'll bet $20 on it.
That's pretty good. What I have.
You have to have a full house,
I
right?
had a full house.
Okay, so now what do you do?
So, I'm gonna let you pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you pick your cards. You can assign the cards to either you or me.
Okay, cool. A King of Spades is a very high card, but let's say, just to make things difficult for you, what if I gave these to you? Let's play the rest out and then I'll explain what to do.
Okay.
So you now know you have the poison card.
I do.
Because you put it on top. And then that's why you do half of it face up and half of it face down. So I've picked everything. Now, at this point, you would be tempted to just, scoop them up and then lose, but you know you have the poison card. And you're like, how about this? Let's say each of us gets to give each other one card. And so now I'm looking at, like, I've got 2 queens, I got 2 jacks. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I gotta get rid of this 8. And it's like, yes, I'm in. Here, let's each pick a card and we'll trade.
Okay.
Okay, oh, well, it didn't really help, but I'm still good.
And see, that feels good because usually the mindset for, I think, a non-trained poker player is, I want to have these cards. I want to have cards. I have to worry about what I have rather than I'm giving you something.
Exactly.
I'm poisoning the well.
Exactly. So in this case, I feel pretty good with 2 jacks and 2 queens, but I'm assuming that you have 3 of a kind. Yeah,
3 of a kind.
There it is. All right, last phase. Remember how that one goes.
Okay, and the 3 phases are great because you're feeling comfortable and you as the mark start to think, okay, I understand. It's getting easier. I'm getting it. I've got this now.
Yeah.
And you really don't. You're getting deeper into the trap.
Okay, so in this case, you don't have to shuffle them in any way, but you do have to do one thing. What's the one thing you must do?
You have to keep an eye on the marked card.
Right, but more importantly, you must go first.
Oh, right.
And so don't say, hey, we're going to take turns picking cards, because then somebody might go, I want to go first.
Yeah.
Instead, you're going to say, okay, let's be as fair as possible. And then you explain the rule by saying, we're going to take turns.
We're gonna take turns. I'm gonna draw just a random card out of this, and then you're gonna do it.
Okay, any
Let's go
card I
one by
want?
one.
Okay,
Any card you
yep,
want.
All right, there you go,
Okay. That's the one?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Okay.
This is where you put on your readers.
Yeah. All right.
All right. And of course, the other player is gonna not be worried at all. Wait, did I get a poison card? You picked the poison card?
I'm a dumbass.
That could happen. That was a good object lesson.
You know what? We're gonna make it a little more complicated. I don't know what you have. You don't know what I have.
Yeah.
So, how about this? You're gonna give me a card. You can get rid of one of your bad ones.
Oh, you know
I'll
what?
get one of my bad ones.
Actually, you're onto something. In fact, you could give people a false choice. Like, you screwed up. You're like, you get to choose how many cards you want to swap. Any number, 1, 2, 3, 4,
that's
5,
good.
or the whole hand.
That's the illusion of control. They're like,
you'll-
I'm in control of this.
And you'll notice that 0 was not among those choices. So I'll say, I'll swap 3.
Okay.
Let me get rid of these 3 I don't like. Perfect. Now I have 3 of a kind now. I feel like I came out ahead.
Hey, okay. Oh,
Full house.
full
You got it.
house.
Some of our longtime viewers maybe don't know that like 15 years ago, you started showing up on Scam School, Scam Nation. There's a whole channel with creeping up on 1,000 episodes that people can see of stuff just like this. Murphy, it's good that I could still fool you.
Yeah.
Modern Rogue is supported in part by viewers like you at patreon.com/modernrogue. In the description, you can find all of our credits and additional ways to support the show.
We're gonna play a little poker with just a deck of 10. So one for you, me, you, me, you, me. Not being a bottom dealer. I was gonna say not being a bottom dealer and just dunked it all up.
Instead, you just said not being a bottom.
Yeah, it's Pride Month. Come on.
Yeah, I was back. It's